Tonight, D.C. Police Chief Pamela Smith had a big send-off ceremony last week, but she is still technically chief until the end of the year. This afternoon, I caught up with the man moving into Chief Smith's role on January 1st, Jeffery Carroll.
I am confident that Chief Carroll is the right leader to meet this moment.
When Assistant Chief Carroll takes over as interim chief next week, he steps into a department facing pressure inside MPD and from D.C. residents. How do you lead a department when you know that public trust is eroding?
When I move into the role effective the 1st is I really want to focus on the community. I want to focus on continuing to drive down crime. I want to focus on the morale of the officers here in the department, move the agency forward.
Every time we get a new chief here at the department, I feel like people hear some of that same language. You know, you're going to focus on the community, drive down crime. Great in terms of mission statements, but what does that look like? What changes?
Sure. So I mean, I think as far as driving down crime, I mean, it's you know, really looking at the crime trends, the crime patterns, making sure we're putting the right people in the right places. As far as engaging with the community, I mean, I think some of the things that we've been doing are great. I want to continue with the community walks as the weather gets nicer.
We just came to check on y'all.
Carroll says engaging with the community is critical, especially because federal agents are sticking around in the new year, continuing to work right alongside some MPD officers. With this enhancement, do you think that it's helping, or do you believe that it's complicating your efforts, especially when we talk about that trust from those in the community?
Sure. So I mean, I think it's a little bit of a double-edged sword, right? I think the additional resources is definitely helpful for us.
Yeah.
I mean, the department is down on resources. You know, compared to when I first joined the police department, we had about 3,900 police officers. Now we're around 3,100 police officers.
Carroll has been with MPD since 2002, but his appointment is not without controversy. He's been named in several lawsuits claiming police misconduct during major protests, including President Trump's first inauguration and Black Lives Matter demonstrations in 2020. The ACLU of D.C. says Carroll's appointment raises serious concerns.
So with all those demonstrations and protests that we have, multiple a day here in the district, you know, I think things overall have gone well, and we're going to continue to be a leader in that area.
Carroll takes over as crime continues to fall. D.C. is on pace to close out the year with the lowest number of homicides since 2017. Still, there are questions about the department manipulating crime numbers under outgoing Chief Pamela Smith.
There's greater things in store for Pamela A. Smith,
who said goodbye last week, an issue Carroll says he is already confronting. What do you tell people about her tenure here overseeing the department and your relationship with her?
When she came in, she had a charge from the mayor to drive crime down. Crime was at a historical high for us there. The chief really came in, she grabbed the bull by the horns to help us do that. The chief has been nothing but professional with me during our interactions. I've seen nothing but her be professional to the community members. You know, one of her priorities outside of driving down crime was really to engage the community, to build that trust and relationship, and that's something that I'm going to continue when I take over the seat.
Now, Carroll will serve as interim chief during Mayor Bowser's last year in office. As of now, there are no plans to put him before the council for confirmation, leaving it up to the city's next mayor to decide.